Good evening, YouTubers. This is your zip code, Farik. Matt Shiny here in the 92805 zip code at the ZCF Studios in Southern California on this Thursday, May 28th in the evening. And the zip code for this segment, still in the state of New York, 12998, Witherbee, New York in Essex County. Northeastern part of the state, closer to Vermont than it is to anything else. It's especially close to Burlington, which is the largest city in Vermont, only 50 miles away. Whereas it's 267 miles north of New York City and 118 miles north of Albany, which is the capital of the state of New York. And it's in the Adirondack Mountains, just like the yesterday's zip code was. This area is a little more populated. It's also a little bit lower. It's about 1,273 feet above sea level with a population of 403. And it's part of the town of Moriah, which is right on Lake Champlain, which forms the border between New York and Vermont. And it it started off life just being named after somebody. There's an area called Newport Pond. It was named after another pond in England, which, yay, Newport Pond, royal fishing pond. Maybe when they saw Lake Champlain and they saw its little namesake, they got the idea. But in any event, people settled here and they made a town, and what little I've been able to find out, besides tourism and rural getaways, mostly forest here. So I'm guessing they use timber, and I know they found iron in the Adirondacks at some point too. It became a real thing for a while here in this part of the state of New York. 1785 was when they first settled it. It took a while to get to make things happen. I think the Revolutionary War kind of took precedence, and this area is kind of disputed anyway. New York didn't become a state till 1788, so 1808 is when the actual community was formed. And eventually it got to a few hundred people, kind of where it is today. As far as the population, before I get into the famous person from here, there are a few famous people from Moriah itself, Moriah the town, but I want to talk about Witherbee itself. Ethnic mix or racial mix, 68.9% white, 30.1% Hispanic, which is kind of interesting for this area, and 1.0% two or more races. Again, it's a hamlet. It's not self-governing. It just has its own zip code. So anyway, probably the most famous person to come from this area is a guy by the name of Johnny Podres, who was a baseball legend. His dates were 1932 to 2008. He played from the mid-50s to the late 60s, mostly for the Dodgers, both the times they were in Brooklyn and also in LA, but a season for the Tigers and then a little bit of a season for the Padres. And after a few years of a break, he coached for 23 years. Red Sox was one of the teams he helped coach for pitching. He was known for his pitching skills. He won the MLB's 1955 Most Valuable Player Award, the first time the Dodgers ever won this. And he was a four-time All-Star, four-time World Series champion. And he also was inducted into the Polish American Baseball Hall of Fame. I guess he was of Polish ancestry, and that's a deal. Apparently it is. And what I read about him, he sounded like a really great guy. And he came from here. He was born here in Witherbee. So, it really doesn't matter where you start. What matters is what you do with what you get, and, your opportunities and all that kind of stuff. And he did quite a bit of stuff. He actually ended up retiring in the area, and actually his remains are still not too far from here when he died in 2008 at the age of 75. Anyway, so that's Johnny Podres, MVP 1955 for the Dodgers. And I hope you baseball fans enjoyed this. I hope all of you got something out of this. Anyway, if you hit like. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Oh, I forgot about the weather. We do weather here because this is about places. Right now it's 58 degrees. Low of 49 tonight, mostly cloudy. Friday, high of 66, low of 42, cloudy with a chance of thunderstorms. Saturday is going to be a high of 56, low of 41, cloudy. And then high of 64 and low 42 on Sunday, and it's raining. Northern New York, so, you know, they're not getting heat spikes just yet. Anyway, have a good one, and we'll see you in the next video.